to Handbag Angel's YouTube channel, or hello if this is your first time here. Today's video is all about the Bottega Veneta Mini Pouch. As you can see here, we have ours in the colour Plaster, I believe it's called, and this handbag retails for £1,185. The pouch bag has been around for quite a while now. We've just taken a bit of a while to jump on the trend, to jump on the bandwagon, and it's available in a few different sizes, but as I said, this is a mini pouch and we bought ours in Selfridges in the Manchester store. But yeah, it's by no means a new trend or a new handbag, and there are quite a lot of brands now doing this like slouchy little pouchy kind of style bag. I have done a video in the past on the like de Melier and Mansur Gavriel alternatives to this bag. I'll link that video in the description, but yeah, quite a lot of brands are kind of going down this route or have done already. I'll give you a quick close-up of the bag and what it looks like. As you can see, there is no branding on this whatsoever, and that's what I really like about Bottega. They're very subtle, not in your face like Louis Vuitton, for example. It's got your monogram printing all over. This is just very, very discreet and very simple, and I feel like simple can be really effective sometimes, especially in this case. As you can see, it's like, I don't really know how you describe it actually. There's no clasp or anything. It does literally pull open, which I will show you in a minute when I get on to showing you what it's like inside. And then you've got these little cute knots, I would call them, and that's how the crossbody strap does attach. Now you can actually untie this knot and then alter the length of the shoulder or crossbody strap, but then the shorter you make the long bit, the longer these little tassels will become, if that makes sense. I quite like it at the length it's at now, but I will just quickly show you how easy it is to change the length. So I'm literally just untying the knot. I'm not going to fully undo it because I don't want to alter the length, but there, I've untied it, and then as you can see, it just threads through this little loop here. So it is adjustable. You might look at that and think, oh, it's not adjustable, but it is, because you can literally just untie that knot. Just tie that back up. It is really easy to then tie the knot back up again. You can completely remove this and then just have it as a little clutch bag, which I think would look really cute little evening bag. How cute. I'll go back now to the opening of the bag. So it is literally just, I don't know how I don't know how to describe it. It's not a clasp opening, it's kind of like magnetic. I think there's definitely some magnets going on in there. So really easy to open and really easy to close. It's quite a noisy closing, whether that's a positive or a negative, I don't know, you can make of that what you will. And there is the pouch inside, so literally nothing going on inside at all. It's the exact same leather as it is on the outside, on the inside, and it's the same colour, and yeah, there's what it looks like. Size wise, now I really like the size of this bag. For quite a lot of people I feel like it will be too small, but I am the kind of person who doesn't really carry a big bag. I'm always more of like a small bag that just fits like the important bits and pieces in, and I just think it is so cute as well. Like, it's basically like the same size as my head, basically. I will go on in a minute to show you what fits inside the bag as well, for like size reference and stuff like that. One thing I do just want to note before I go on to what fits is the leather of this handbag is extremely slouchy. There's practically no support to this whatsoever. If I pop this on my hand, you can see that it does droop. If it had stuff in, it would do this even more, but there's no weight in it at the moment. So I don't really know what you'd take of that. I think over time, if you were using this quite a lot and you were popping it down on a surface and it's folding on itself like that, I think you would start to see quite prominent leather creases and stuff like that. But as it's quite folded anyway, like at the top it's quite bunched up and ruched, might not be too noticeable, but this is literally brand new, so I really don't know how much that would show. But the one little thing I would note about this bag is the leather is extremely soft and extremely slouchy. Couldn't think of the word then. That is why we have created our handbag insert for the Bottega Mini Pouch. This one is in the colour Whisper Pink, and it has 2 internal pockets, which is good because the bag doesn't have any pockets, so a bit more organisation going on. It is going to add a little bit of support as well, and it's also going to protect the interior of the bag. I mean, if you've got a colour like us, it's plaster, it's basically nearly white, the last thing you want is marks and stains on the inside, so the liner will protect it really well. This is probably the least structured liner we've ever made because it does kind of flatten out, but once you get it in the bag, which I will show you in a minute, it moulds to the shape of the bag really nicely. Oh, I have just noticed actually as I've opened that, I don't know if you can see that there. Yeah, you can very faintly see it. It does say Bottega Veneta in there. So that is literally the only branding that they've got on this bag. I've popped the liner inside the mini pouch, and I just think that Whisper Pink looks so cute against the plaster colour. It almost looks like an ice cream. It reminds me of like ice creams and like sweets and stuff like that. And as you can see, the liner has taken a much better shape once it's actually inside the bag, like I said, and I've just pushed it right into the corners and made sure that the tops here are right up against this, like, I don't really know what you call this structured piece of whatever it is. I don't really know what you'd call it. But yeah, I pushed it right up so that practically everything, apart from the sides, because it would be really tricky to make a liner that caters for the sides as well. So practically almost everything is protected and there's no material on the front and the back exposed. As I said, there's also a pocket on the front and a pocket on the back as well. So great for like change, cash, card holders, stuff like that. So the liner's inside now, and I will just show you again what happens when I pop the bag on my hand. Exactly the same, there's no weight in this or anything. It doesn't sag anywhere near as much. So the liner's definitely giving it that support that I personally think this bag does need, because there is nothing worse when you're spending over £1,000 on a bag for its condition and its shape to just deteriorate, that's the word I'm looking for its shape and its condition to deteriorate over time. You want it to be looking as new as possible for as long as possible, basically, and I think the liner inside will definitely help to achieve that. Now I'm going to move on to what fits in the handbag. So first I have an iPhone. I would not be able to tell you what size iPhone this is, I know that's really bad, but I just feel there's too many iPhones at the minute. I say this in almost every video. I'm pretty sure it is an 11 is the one with 3 cameras, an 11 or a 12, and I don't think it's the bigger version. But anyway, I'm going to put it in the bag and show you that it fits. So this particular phone doesn't fit upright, if that makes sense. I have had to pop it in the bottom of the bag like that. Can be a bit annoying, but if you're not putting that much stuff on top of it, then it's not going to be that difficult to get to anyway. I've then got our medium Kirigami. Now this actually fits in the internal pocket of the liner, so I'm going to slot that in there. Did I say medium then? I meant small. I think I said medium Kirigami. So I've just popped that there. Now the small Kirigami is great for cards, cash, change, stuff like that. They all fit in there really nicely. So I feel like that's the only purse that you'd really need. If you did have the small Kirigami, there would be no other need for like a card holder or anything like that. And it's really great that it sits in the pocket and it's not, already you're not having stuff cluttered on top of your phone. I've then got a YSL lipstick. I'm going to pop that in. I'm going to go for the pocket again, sat in the pocket there. Also got a mini Jo Malone perfume. These are so cute. It's so handy to have in your handbags as well. I'm going to pop that in the pocket as well with the lipstick. And then I have my car keys, because 9 times out of 10 when you go out, well, all the time really, you need some keys. Now I didn't actually bring that many props with me because I didn't think much would actually fit in. There's the bag now with everything that I've put in so far inside, and as you can see, you probably can get something else there, maybe, I don't know, a mirror. Definitely a face mask and a hand sanitizer would also easily fit in there, and I'm just going to show you that with all that inside you can close the bag. When the bag is full as well, there is definitely more structure to it, and I think having the phone at the bottom really does help to give the bag some structure and shape. But yeah, that is everything that I personally would carry in the Bottega Mini Pouch, and I just think it does carry all the essentials, which is great. If you were just nipping out to the shop, I don't really think you'd take this bag to the shop actually. Maybe not like the supermarket, but if you're going on like a shopping day out and you didn't want to take a big bag, I do think this is a good option because you can fit everything that you need in there. And even like an evening bag, absolutely perfect, because obviously in the evening you don't tend to take as much as you do during the day. I did say at the start of the video that this bag retails on the Bottega website for £1,185. If you've seen the ones that have like the, I can't remember what it's called now, the almost like crisscross leather, they are slightly more expensive, but the plain leather like the one we've got is £1,185. Now for a bag this size, I do personally think it is quite expensive, but Bottega in general, they do tend to be on the more pricey side anyway. If you were looking for like a cheaper alternative to like the slouchy pouch, like anything that looks like this, and you're looking for something a little bit cheaper, as I also said at the start, Manso Gavriel, they have a bag called the Cloud, and it is the perfect dupe for this bag. We have it in the big size in like a really lovely, like I call it mauvey, dusty, rosy pink. That is such a bad description of the colour, but that's how I describe it, like a dusty rose colour, and it's lovely. I also mentioned about the Demelier bag. called the Florence. They have that in both a big and a mini size, I'm pretty sure. Just like Bottega have this in a regular and a small, or the mini even. So they are two, I'll pop them on the screen next to me so you can see what they look like, but they are two like alternatives that I can think of to this bag if you weren't wanting to spend as much as this costs. I have also recently seen on Louis Vuitton that they have a pouch that looks a little bit like this, like the slouchy pouch that I keep saying, kind of vibe, and I'll pop that on my screen as well because I can't quite remember what it's called. I think it's called like the Scarlet pouch, Scala, something like that, but it does look a little bit like this. So there are quite a few options if you weren't wanting the Bottega if you weren't wanting the Bottega mini pouch. Oh, I did also forget to mention it came in this lovely branded Bottega Veneta dust bag. That does conclude today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it and I hope you've gotten a little bit more information on the Bottega mini pouch. It would be lovely if you could give this video a thumbs up and if you could subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.